Moving on with our geometry definitions, let's talk about the triangle. So the first and most important thing to remember about a triangle is that the sum of the three interior angles, that's these green angles right here, has got to add up to 180 degrees. Right? So a lot of the questions on the SAT having to do with angles and triangles will require you to know that. For squares, or excuse me, for the sides of triangles, there isn't really a rule like that except maybe the Pythagorean Theorem, but there is one thing we can remember with triangles. So if I have a triangle with three unequal sides, that is scalene, a scalene triangle. If I have a triangle with two equal sides, this is known as isosceles. And if I have a triangle with, well, that's terrible. If I have a triangle with three equal sides, and additionally three equal angles, this is equilateral. And I should mention that in an isosceles triangle, we also have two equal base angles. One other thing with equilateral is that in an equilateral triangle, since the angles have to add up to 180, and since they're all the same in this case, to get the measure of any one angle, we just divide 180 by 3, and we see that each of the angles in equilateral is 60 degrees. And that's a very important point that is used in some triangle questions on the SAT. As I mentioned previously, with a right triangle, there's a special rule. We don't need to know trig, but we do need to remember the Pythagorean Theorem. Or at least not remember it, we need to know how to use it because you can find it at the front of each math section, right? So the square of this side, the square of this leg have got to equal the square of the hypotenuse, right? So each of these guys is known as a leg. And this longest side, the one across from the 90, is the hypotenuse. One other minor point, again, doesn't come up too much, but just in case, imagine I have a triangle, and it looks something like this. And I extend the bottom side here, let's say, out a little bit. This kind of angle right here, the one outside, is known as an external angle. And the main thing to just remember here, again, is it's going to be supplementary with this angle here, right? So the black and the red are going to add up to 180, just as a minor point.